I was starting to feel somewhat unorganized with my sewing because I was, um, losing track of things. So I was trying to get more organized, and I bought this fabric box down there at Dollar Tree, and I just sewed a little pocket. Um, you know, it's really too tight. I should have done it. I should have done it like I did on this one, but anyway, so, just something to put my things that are easily lost. And then I started thinking that maybe I could make something for my elderly patients to help organize their things, when they can't get up and move around very much. And so I'm going to show you how I made this. I made it using a bundle of 5 fat quarters, but I only used half of it. And now I have this left. I can use this on the bottom and these two contrasting colors and make it just like I made this. So I believe they're 25% off right now at Joann's if you have a bundle of 5. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how I did it. I have 2 fat quarters, and what I'm going to do is I actually folded them, and now this is the side that is 18 inches long, and I'm going to cut it right here at the fold. So my brainy idea, if this works, is I have right sides together of what I cut, and then I fold this one down to the bottom edge, and I believe I'm going to put some interfacing in here. Okay, so I'll have like a stiff front pocket, and then I'm going to sew this seam under. So now we have a pocket, and then my box is only 8 inches high, so I'll have to cut a strip off the top. So that's the next thing. So here's what I got so far. I took those pieces that I cut, I took one of them, and I folded it in half with the right sides out. On the inside, I cut a piece of interfacing that was, I think this is maybe 5 inches high, and then of course going this way it's 18 inches because the fat quarter is 18 inches wide. And then I ironed it, so I have a kind of sturdy piece of material, and I'm going to sew it on the bottom here. So I have the right side up of the backing fabric. Now I put my pocket on, and this is folded. This is the fold, and this is the open area down here. And this side did not stick, but that's because it's only got sticky on one side, so it's stuck on the other side, right? Anyway, so that's what I got so far. So here's what I got so far. I've made 2 of these. The fold's right here. Interface is in between ironed. Same thing here. Now the plan, theoretically, I will turn this under to make a nice seam. And then I will maybe do some stitching here, like to make a pocket. Anyway, as you can see, well, I think I said, I don't know. Did I say that those boxes were 9 inches by 9 inches? So since this is 18 inches, theoretically, this should cover 2 sides of the box. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Joann's had the, or maybe has the, buy 3, get 3 free threads. So I look at all these threads that I got. I have another one too with all the neutral colors, But now I get to put all my threads over here. And nope, that one doesn't work. But look, do I want a contrasting thread on here? Or do I want the contrast right here? Well, you're not going to see this. Okay, so either I want contrast or no contrast. So, I think I should do the red. I think that's going to look really pretty. Might be overkill, but I went ahead and did a seam here, and then I plan to turn it over. It's going to be a little bulky, so, you know, maybe I didn't need to do this first. Maybe I could have just turned it all over and pinned it, but anyway, since this is all an experiment, this is what I'm doing right now. So this is what I have. I have 2 of them. Should be enough to go all the way around that fabric box, fabric drawer. Now, I did not connect these pieces yet because I really don't know how this is going to fit. So I need to kind of fiddle with it. And then when I'm satisfied that it's going to fit snug against the fabric, I guess it's a fabric drawer. But anyway, then I can decide, you know, how I'm going to connect it. I actually sewed them a little bit in more because I didn't want them flat against the backing because then you won't be able to stick anything bulky in there. So this is what I did, and then I just folded it in half and I ironed it so I know where the corner is, and then I sewed up and then down again. So, and I started laughing because all of a sudden I thought, I betcha there's a ton of videos on the internet about sewing with these fabric drawers. Probably somebody's already done it better than this, but I'm having fun. Well, here's the lining. I tried to make pockets of varying sizes, and then I stuck my cell phone in it and my glasses. And I just tried to make all different pockets. As usual, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. And I just decided, what if I didn't even put the cardboard in? And I just folded it over the outside. Okay, it's not as sturdy, definitely, but you know, you could make a hem like that all the way around. And wait, maybe you don't even have to glue it. Anyway, I am rethinking this. I pressed this seam open on this side and the other side as best I could. I ironed a 1-inch seam, approximately. And now I'm turning it under just like maybe 1/4 of an inch, and then I'm just going to sew it. So here's another fat quarter, and it actually came in a bundle with these 2. I have folded it in half. Okay, so I'm going to cut it right here. So I'm going to have 2 double pieces. That's the first thing. I got another brainstorm. So if you smell something burning, it's probably my brain. Lest I forget how I'm doing this, I have a 11 by 18. It's half of a fat quarter. So there used to be a piece. There used to be a piece over here, right? But I have cut it in half. So here's half of the fat quarter. It's still 18 inches on one side, but across this side, it's like 11, you know, it's where it used to be 21 inches. Okay, so it's half of that. Now, I have cut it not exactly in half, but you can see I cut one piece bigger than the other. So here is, this is like 9.5 inches. And then we've got, well, from 10 to 8, and then 8.5. So one of them is a little bit smaller. And I'm kind of thinking like I'm going to make an envelope like you do for a couch pillow. So here's what I've done. Here's the first half, the small half of the fat quarter. And here is the bottom half of the fat quarter. And there is the inside. This is folded over that cardboard that goes in the bottom of the fabric drawer. So the smaller piece, after I sew this little seam, here is the other bigger piece. And I think what I'm going to do, okay, I just see. I think what I'm going to do is take this piece, put it on here, and then I'm going to sew these two together. See? I'm going to sew these two pieces together. And then there's going to be a secret pocket under here, and you can put your money. I was all about that when I was a little kid. So I sewed this little seam here, so I finished the raw edge. And then here's the underside. Now, what I want to do is I want to sew these two together. And I don't know, maybe, and then I'll be able to just, you know, fold it over, and then I'm going to glue it on the other side. Make sure you have enough room on the bottom, though, because you're going to have to glue it on the other side. But before you glue anything, you've got to put these two things together, because I want to make a secret pocket. And make sure that this folds the right way, so it folds away from this secret pocket. Because if you have it the other way, you're not going to be able to take this thing and get it out of the way when you want to sew this. The only thing left is to get some fabric glue and glue the back on. Just the right size to put all my money. I would have been the happiest little girl in the whole world if somebody would have given me this when I was about 8 years old. I did just a couple of little stitches across the corner, and now I'm going to glue it the rest of the way. It's kind of hard on my machine, I think, to do that because of all this cardboard. This is what I used. I went around with this swab. Well, I put a thin bead like around it, and then I just kind of smeared it a little bit, and that's all I did. And now, there you go. It's done. I'm going to let it dry before I try putting this in the bottom of that drawer. Here it is. Good morning. I'm making a video. So here it is. It's all finished. Woohoo! I'm rich. When I go into an elderly patient's home, or just somebody who has impaired mobility and they tend to collect things on their end table or their bedside table, because it's hard to get up and get things, so they tend to collect everything they need right here next to them, you know, and I often see them. They've got their medications and their lotions and, you know, just all kinds of stuff for their personal needs. And then, you know, you ask them, you know, can I come and see you next Tuesday? And they're trying to pull their calendar out from everything. And oh, there's the cherry on top. Anyway, that's what gave me the idea about making that fabric drawer organizer. So I'm going to see how much nicer this can look. Okay, much better. Now, it's not big enough to fit like, you know, big, you know, the big Medicare handbook, you know. But hey, if everything else is in here and then you just got your calendar, look how much easier that is. And everything that was sitting here is in here, okay? Toilet paper and lotion, Tylenol, cell phone, scissors, okay, here, tubes of medication, here's my magnifying glass, here is saline spray, that can have a pocket, circa 1950s scissors that my parents have had since I was born, nail clippers and a file. Now, where's that letter from my boyfriend in Wyoming? Oh, there it is. And then look at all the bills. Got all the bills. And then, what's this? My secret money pocket that I won't tell anybody about. Grandma, do you have some money so that I could maybe go get an ice cream? Well, honey, you know that Grandma doesn't have a lot of money these days. But, let's see what I got here. Here's my money pocket. Well, I got $1. Let's see, I got a little, maybe I got $1 and change here. Let's see. Oh, that's your Uncle Andrew. Okay, I got a little bit. Let's see here. Okay, that's a guitar pick. Okay. Well, I got a little bit.